Hey folks, how's it going? This is Mr. Murray coming to you with a quick homework recap video for Course 1 CP. This homework assignment was about converting quadratics from vertex form to standard form. You don't have to worry about the directions concerning solving the quadratic equations. Okay, what you need to worry about is converting from vertex form to standard form. So remember, my key here was I said, don't forget about PEMDAS. Okay, so, but parentheses, we're not going to really worry about that. So first we're going to do the square, then we're going to do the multiplication, then we're going to do any addition or subtraction. Okay, so looking at 11, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to build out our box. So we're going to do x minus 2. Okay, so this is x minus 2 squared. It's x minus 2 times x minus 2. So filling in the box, that's x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4. So that's 2. And then simplify. So we have x squared. Okay, these are like terms. Minus 2x and minus 2x. That's negative 4x plus 4. And I put on my minus 2. Next thing we need to do is distribute that 2. So we get 2x squared minus 8x plus 8 minus 2. And then these terms combine. So our final answer is 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. So observe how we did the order of operations there, right? First, we applied the exponent. We square the x minus 2. Then we multiply by 2. We do the distribution. And then we subtract 2. We do the addition. So we have to go in order. All right, how about the next one? So the next one, we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to start with x minus 1 and x minus 1. So we get x squared, x times x. Negative 1 times x is negative x. X times negative 1 is also negative x, right? Or negative 1x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. So remember, we add up the areas. Now in this case, don't forget to drop in your parentheses because this thing is not 1, right? It's that negative sign. Tells you it's negative 1. So we're going to drop in our negative. We're going to drop in our parentheses. And we're going to do x squared. And this is negative x and negative x. So that's minus 2x. And then we have plus 1. We close it. We subtract 3. Okay, as with before, we're going to distribute this negative. So it's like we're doing the multiplication now. So I'll do negative. Essentially, think about when you see a negative, think about that like a negative 1. So negative 1 times x squared, negative x squared. Negative 1 times 2x becomes positive 2x. Negative 1 times 1 becomes negative 1. And then I bring in that minus 3. And I end up with negative x squared plus 2x minus 4. Okay, let me do that in blue so we know that's the answer. Negative x squared plus 2x minus 4. Okay? And at any time, feel free to rewind and go back and kind of hear something I said over if anything I said didn't make sense. All right. 13 is similar to 11 with regard to where I'm going to be distributing. So here you're going to see that common theme of me distributing the 2. So I'll show you that. So here what you're going to be squaring is x plus 3. So remember how we set that up? You set up your box. 2 things, because there's 2 things. This will be x and 3. X and 3. So you'll get here x squared. Here 3 times x. Here 3 times x. Here you get 9. So you add them up. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Now here's the thing. Remember, you got the 2 on it. So you got 2 times x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 2. So now the next step is we're going to distribute. Okay, and when I distribute the 2, I get 2x squared plus 12x plus 18, and the minus 2 comes in. And now I get 2x squared plus 12x plus 16. Okay? So this is like the recurring idea here, right? You're doing your multiplication, you're doing your distribution, because that's right. You're doing your right exponent, multiplication, addition, or you could think about it as subtraction, right? Okay, next one, let's try to do this together. So the next one, what am I going to do? First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a square. Okay, and if you did this, and especially if you didn't get the same answers, I mean, that's okay. But now we got to make sure we're on the same page here. Okay, now we're going to set up x and x. Now, the one thing I'm seeing a lot of is distributing. You never, ever, ever, never distribute this number in there. When you do that, what you're doing is essentially you are doing multiplication before you're doing exponents. Because essentially what you're saying is you're saying, I'm going to multiply everything by -2 before I do the squared. We never do that. So never ever distribute unless the exponent is 1, or if there's no exponent at all. Never distribute when it's being squared, when it's being cubed, when it's being... Never do that, okay? Help me help you there. Okay, so anyway, now that PSA is over, this is going to be what? X and x will be x squared, -2, and x will be -2x, -2 and x again, -2x, and -2 times -2 is 4. Okay, so what I get is -2 times x squared. These combine. And now what do I do? What's the next step? I will distribute. So I get -2x squared plus 8x minus 8 minus 3. And now those come together. And what's my final answer? -2x squared plus 8x minus 11. All right, home stretch, folks. This one's nice because you don't really have to do any distributing at all. So here, let's set up our box. On the top, we put x minus 4. On the left, we put x minus 4, and now it's fill in the box. X squared, negative 4x, negative 4x, 16. And now remember, this is what it means to do x minus 4 squared, right? X minus 4 squared is x minus 4 times x minus 4. And that's exactly what we're doing here. X minus 4 times x minus 4. We're breaking it up using the area. So x squared minus 8x plus 16, right? We're breaking up this whole area into the 4 pieces. Now, since we have a 1 in front of here, this will stay the same. So we actually don't even need parentheses at all. Okay, what we'll do now is we'll just add in the 4, and we'll get, for our final answer, x squared minus 8x plus 20. Okay, last one. Let's do this. So I build my box. On the top, what do I put? X minus 3. On the left, what do I put? X minus 3. Okay, here I'm going to get x squared. Here I'm going to get negative 3x. Here I'm going to get negative 3x. And here I'm going to get positive 9. So I've got 3 times x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 1. What do I do now? I distribute. So I get 3x squared minus 18x plus 27. And I add the 1. And these combine for 3x squared minus, oh, where I got 10. I'm going to write 12. No, not 12. Silly me. 3x squared minus 18x plus 27. So minus 18x plus 28. Okay. All right, folks. So thank you for tuning into this video. The purpose of this video was to summarize the homework, but it was also to give you a few takeaways. One, I know that this is a lot of work, guys. And I know that this is a tough time that we're in, being closed down and not being able to have the in-person teaching experience that I know you deserve and that I want to be able to give to you. But what I need us to do is I need us to all be making sure we're showing our work, right? We need to be showing the kind of work similar to the level that you're seeing here, because it's important for me to be able to help you be successful when you give an answer, to know where that's coming from. Now, so that's the first takeaway. Please show your work. Make the boxes. You know, I know it seems like a lot of work, but it's a way to always know that you're going to get the right answer. And once you get a lot of experience building them and setting them up and working through them, you'll find that you can work through them really quickly. Okay? Okay, the second thing is, please make sure you never distribute your A value until you've done your exponent. We always have to go in order of PEMDAS. So we always want to make sure we do the box and we do the squaring before you distribute the A value. The 2, the negative 2, the 3, that's what I mean by the A value. So really be mindful of your PEMDAS. All right, so once again, thank you for turning in. Please make sure you are able to check your answers against my answers. Think about where you went wrong and try to make this a meaningful learning experience for you. So at the time I've kind of put into making this video and making sure I can give you access to these answers led to you really learning something new and you really developing your skills here. All right, keep it up. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone soon for the Google Hangout. Have a wonderful day, and remember, you can do it.